Welcome to the Meat Mistress podcast. I'm your host, Emma Butler, and this is my audio diary of life on the farm as a full-time farmer, wife, and mother, not always in that order. And oh yeah, I also own and operate a butcher shop. Thank you for giving me a few minutes of your time as I chat all things farming, small business, and more. Okay, I'm gonna hope to not go on a big rant here, and I hope to stay on track with my thoughts, but I'm just coming on here just to chat with you and say that right now in my life, the past few weeks have been heavy. There has been some absolute shit going on in my life across the board. And it's been, to be honest with you, a sad girl summer so far. It really has been. There's just been so many things happen all at once that I'm starting to wonder if it's like me and I need a cleanse and I need like to be smudged in a ceremony to rid me of whatever kind of doom and gloom is hanging around me, because there's been some stuff. So I'm just going to give you like a quick little rundown so you can catch up with me on like where I am. Okay, so we had a fire on our farm. Our hay shed got hit by lightning and went up in flames and burnt every single speck of hay that we had to feed our animals. Completely up poof at 4:00 in the morning, burning, raging inferno. It was insane. That was so emotional for me. I've never been through anything like that before. So I was a little bit traumatized, and I spent the whole day just weeping, mostly in relief of what could have happened, because this hay shed was adjacent to our barn that is full of cattle and full of sheep. So the poor little critters are standing there at 4 a.m. watching this thing burn to the ground. And we have an elderly couple that lives on this property where the shed was, and I'm like, they weren't injured and the firemen weren't injured. So no animals were harmed. Nobody got hurt. I just felt overwhelmed at like, oh my God, like what could have been, right? And then I shared it on our social media because I didn't want attention, but my followers and the community that we've built on social media, I want them to know what's going on. I just take them along in my life. Like if you're over there on Instagram with us or on Facebook with us, I just let you in and I just show you what's going on. So that was what happened to us on June 26th. Our hay shed caught on fire. That was emotional. That was heavy. That was just so much. And then I cannot make this stuff up. That same week, well, I guess same stretch of time, my employee, who she's one of my best friends, I can't do this life without her. She is absolutely incredible. Her shed catches on fire and burns to the ground, full of antique cars worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the kicker to all this is this was going to be her wedding venue. So one of my best friend's wedding venues burns down. So like 2 fires back to back, absolutely devastating. And then on the business side of things, one of my employees that has been with me for almost 2 years now, I also love and care about her very, very deeply. She has been one of the OGs and the founders of what our business is today, and she's really helped take us to new heights. She is now moving on to another opportunity. And I am so happy for her, and I'm so proud of her for, taking this risk and making this big life decision. And yes, she's leaving us, and of course I'm sad, and we're definitely going to feel the void of not having her, but I've made it very clear to all of my employees that I might just be a stepping stone for you. I might just be a really great place that you came from, and you take all this stuff that you learned with me and at J&E Meats, and you take that to your next thing, and you bang out your next thing, and you are on it, and you're on your A game, and you are a whole different person going into your next thing because of everything that we did here together. I know that I might just be a stepping stone for some people to get to that dream job. And I'm okay with that. And I understand that. And she's younger than me, which age doesn't matter, but she's younger than me. So, I mean, I don't expect her to put in her 30 years with me, right? Like, I am the only person in my business that's a lifer. I'm chained to that place. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to see people come and go through the course of this lifetime in building this business. I know that. But that happened this week. So the fires, I had an employee give their resignation. And then, I don't know if it was stress related or if I got into some chicken dust when I was cleaning out my chicken barn. I don't know what happened, but I woke up and my eyes were swollen shut and I had to go to the emergency room. This all happened the last 10 days. So fires, employees leaving, I'm in the hospital. Right? Are you following along with this narrative? Oh, and then on top of that, one of my employees lost their dog. And I was like, I can't handle any more heaviness right now. I can't handle any more emotional trauma right now. I am at my cap of things that could possibly happen. If you've been following me for a while, you may or may not know this, but I don't have many people in my life. I don't have many friends. I have a lot of people that I know, but I don't have a lot of friends. And I don't have a very big inner circle that I can lean on. So by habit, my employees, the people that I work with side by side every single day, the people that I lean on, the people that I rely on, they are very much my friends and they are very much an extension of myself and my family and my brand. Now, I had another business owner tell me one time, your employees aren't your family. I know that. He said it kind of harsh. He's a little bit more seasoned. Maybe I'm a little bit too naive. I know they are not my family, but I can't help myself. I'm an empath. I'm a servant. I love to love. I'm very fiercely overprotective. And the people that come into my life, for no matter the amount of time that they are in it and to what extent they're in my life, I love and care about them. So these things that, are happening to like leaving one of my employees leaving us is very heavy for me. And one of my employees' barns burning down, heavy for me. And then my employee's dog passing on, heavy for me, on top of my heaviness that I'm already carrying. I just feel a weight. I feel like it's sad girl summer. Like June 21st happened. And I don't know if there was a new moon or something in the air or all these wildfires that have been happening here in Ontario and the smoke is getting to us. I don't know, but there's something. There's an aura right now around me, associated with me. It kind of seems like I have the opposite effect of the Midas touch and everything I touch is going to shit. And it's weird. Now, I don't have imposter syndrome. I don't feel guilty because I know that, I might say that, oh, it's my fault. It's me. I'm cursed. I know that truthfully that is not, like deep down in my soul, that is not true. It just is by happenstance that this is all happening in my life. But I guess where I've kind of been lately is on this precipice of you can be sad in your savage era. You can be sad in your savage era. And let me dive into what that means a little bit more. So your savage era is when you are on top of your game. Like your life is perfect. Like everything is going right for you. You face challenges, sure, but you navigate them and you overcome them and you learn from them and you move on and you're just, you're rocking it. You're killing it. Everything you're doing is a sleigh. You know what I mean? So your savage era is when you're just on top of your game and you're at the pinnacle point of, wow, everything is so good. And I don't want to come off like I'm bragging, but I kind of have bragging rights on this one. On paper and in physicality and in reality, I'm at the top. I am at the absolute top. I'm at the front of the race. I'm not seeing anybody behind me because I am crushing all of my goals. Professionally in my business, we've already knocked my sales goals for this year completely out of the park. We have sold 10 for what I anticipated to sell. So now we have new financial goals that we're going to hit for sales for the end of the year. And I'm confident we're even going to hit those before the end of the year. We're crushing it. We're killing it. My team is on fire. They are absolutely unstoppable. They are really working together to propel this business forward, to continually push the limits to what we can do and really push ourselves and really produce products time and time again that are incredible, and they're selling and our customers are getting it and our brand is growing and we're really creating a solidified brand identity in our community, both physically, the physical community that we serve, and then online, our online branding and our community that we're building there is just like, we're crushing it. J&E Meats, Farm Store and Butcher Shop, is crushing it. Like, we did it. We're doing it, fam. It is happening. So J&E Meats is killing it. Everything is coming up good there. Obviously, we have little bumps in the road, but that just happens. But everything's coming up good. Like, on paper, we good. We were just absolutely killing it. And then in my personal life, I have 4 beautiful children. My baby is just turned 1 year old. My oldest is 5. I have 2 others in between that. Yeah, my children are 5 years old, 4 years old, 3 years old, and 1 year old, which sounds crazy because it is. I have 4 beautiful, healthy, happy, amazing, incredible, smart children. I have an absolutely phenomenal husband. My husband is my absolute best friend, and that man impresses me time and time and time again. Every single thing that I ask of him and every single challenge that I put forth to him, whether he's uncomfortable or comfortable in it, he just takes on with grace and charm. And even though he's exhausted all the time, that man is incredible, and he's always there, and he's a wonderful father, and he's an amazing husband, and he's my absolute best friend, and I'm killing it. So like, in my relationship, I'm killing it. In my family life, I'm killing it. In my business life, in my professional career, killing it. That is the definition of savage. That is the definition of, I'm on fire, I'm unstoppable, I cannot be slowed down. Now, where being sad in your savage era comes into play is, now, maybe this is imposter syndrome. I don't really understand the definition of imposter syndrome. I feel like people throw it around a lot, and I don't think I grasp it. But where I'm coming from is, yeah, I have all these things. I have all this stuff. I'm really doing it. But I know in the back of my mind that this is not sustainable for me. It is not sustainable to be good at every single thing all the time for the rest of your life until you die. That is not sustainable, my friend. And if you live in that world where you think that you can crush it every single day, day in and day out, you are going to burn out and you're going to come crashing down. And if you're living your life like, I'm unstoppable, I'm buying Rolodexes, I'm buying sports cars, I'm flying all over the world. If you live your life like that, that is sick for you. I'm so happy for you. That sounds exhausting, but I'm happy for you. But it's not sustainable every single day, day in and day out. I know that right now, with my life being the way that it is, do I look over my shoulder and wonder what's going to come crashing down next? No, but I just know that it's not sustainable. And that brings me a little bit of angst and a little bit of sadness, because I know that I deserve all this. I absolutely deserve all this. I have worked hard to have all this. I work hard to maintain all this. I am stubborn. I am built for survival. I will not give this up. I will not give up on my family. I will not give up on my husband. I will not give up on my team and my business and my brand. I will not give up any of these things. But am I going to be this good at them all the time, forever? No, I am not. And I've struggled a lot with mental health. Not even in the past. Like, I think it's an ongoing thing. I think being, mentally, not unstable, mentally like unbalanced and up and down. And I carry a lot of generational trauma with me, from like trauma from my parents and trauma from growing up. And, I just think a lot about the way that I was raised and the way that I was brought up and the way that I want to raise my children in contrast to that. And I think what brings me sadness sometimes, and sometimes when I feel sad, is, I have all this heaviness that happens, and I attack it with, grace and a little bit of stubbornness and bullheadedness. And I'm just like, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get this figured out. I got it. And I kind of pump myself up with that, I got it, you can do it, you got this, put your head down, get to work kind of an attitude. And that is maybe a coping mechanism for me, and that's maybe what gets me through it. But I think sometimes, I'm like sad. Sometimes I just feel sadness, and I just feel heaviness, and I just feel the weight of all of these things. And sometimes I feel like I'm a kingpin in all of this. And I wonder, now this is not an intrusive thought, but I wonder, like, what if something happened to me? Is all this going to come crashing down if something happened to me? Not self-inflicted, not like we're not going dark here, but I'm just saying that, if something happened to me, do I successfully have all these elements set up to be looked after if the kingpin crumbles? And I don't know. And it's maybe that unknown that makes me feel sad, because I'm like, do I really have this if I'm not a part of this? I don't know. But the point of the story, and what I want to get at you, and the relativeness that I want to get across to you, is it is okay to feel sad in your savage era. It is okay if you have everything you could have ever wanted in your entire life, and you've crushed all your goals and you've ticked all the boxes. If you have everything and you still sometimes feel sad, it is okay. Sometimes that emotion of sadness is that element that really keeps us human. And it's the part that really connects us, because there are a lot of people that don't feel this way, that don't feel on top of their game, that feel like they're drowning, that feel like they're succumbing to all of their circumstances, that feel like they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I think that element of sadness is what makes us all human and connects us all. And it brings us all down to a level of understanding that nobody is perfect and nothing is perfect, and things don't always pan out the way that you want them. I think being sad in your savage era is a real testament to this life that we get to live as humans, and this life that we get to live together, and the impact that we're making on the world around us and the people around us and the environment around us. I think that if you didn't have a little bit of sadness in your savage era, I might be a little bit worried. I might be like, are you sure? You got nothing? You got nothing? No skeletons in your closet you want to talk about? I just wanted to come on, I guess, today and just kind of get that out in the open. This is a very therapeutic episode for me, just to come out and just talk a little bit about some of the things that I'm going through. And maybe you're going through them too. Maybe you're just entering your savage era where you're at this real peak and you're just rocking it and you're doing all the things. And I'm so excited for you. You're on it, my friend. You got this. This journey, these next few weeks, this next few months, this summer is going to be awesome for you. When you're at the peak and you're coming into your savage era and you're really feeling that confidence and you got that stride in your step and you're on it and you're snapping your fingers and you're getting things done and you're going to bed at night and you're feeling accomplished, like you got it, man, I'm so happy for you. That is sick and that is awesome. And you got this and you can keep going. But if and when you plateau and you're reflecting back on your life in your savage era, and if you get a little bit of sadness, I don't want you to hold on to that. I don't want you to hold on or trip yourself up or start giving yourself imposter syndrome or making yourself feel guilty if you feel sad. I got it all, but I feel sad. It's okay. I'm here to tell you it's okay. It's okay to have that little pang of sadness or little moments of sadness. It's all right. Because you know what? You're going to get through it. This is just a season. And you're going to get through it. And you're going to keep climbing. And you're going to keep navigating. And you're going to keep moving forward with your family and your friends and your relationships and your business. You're going to do it. And if you have a little bit of sadness along the way, it's okay. It's all part of the human experience and what we're going through together. I hope this episode resonates with you in some way. I guess I'm just kind of sitting here just chatting about it because it's been on my mind. It's been something I wanted to talk about. And like I said, you've got this. You can do this. and it's okay to be sad in your savage era. I thank you for listening. If this resonates with you in any way and you want to leave me a comment, you can go over to our Instagram at J&E Meets. You can slide into the DMs. You can comment on any one of our posts. Whatever you want to do the thing. I'm here for you. I can't wait to see where you go next, and I will talk to you on the next one. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Meet Mistress podcast. I'm your host, Emma Butler. I've really enjoyed chatting with you. Thanks for listening. I can't wait to see you back here again. If you'd like to keep up with all things happening J&E Meets, which is our farm store and butcher shop, you can find us over on Instagram at J&E Meets and on Facebook as well too. I will talk to you again very soon.